What do you think are the 3 to 5 exercises that all runners should implement into their strength training routines?
So with the understanding that there is no perfect 3 to 5 exercises, I think you can't go wrong starting with a squat and a deadlift, pretty much because they are fundamental basic movements. They are compound multi-joint lifts. They are going to strengthen your body in ways that are going to be very beneficial for your running. And there's a many variations that you can do on these. There's many different types of squats, different types of deadlifts. So even if you just did these two exercises, you'd get 80% of the way there, I think. Now, if we were talking more about like body weight exercises, I think it's important to sort of differentiate between the weightlifting you do in a gym to get stronger, to build power, to really become a faster, more economical runner versus the strength training that you might do in a physical therapy office. The body weight exercises that are a little bit more therapeutic, they're a little bit more corrective. If you've ever hurt something and gone to a PT's office, a big part of the treatment is doing a variety of exercises to make those tissues stronger, both where you got injured and also the surrounding tissues, so that everything's working well together. Um, I love doing all that body weight stuff because I find it very therapeutic. It really helps with alignment, it helps with posture, it does help you get stronger. So, if I were to pick some body weight exercises, I might say, the bridge, which is sort of like a it's kind of like a plank, except you're in a supine position rather than a prone position, and your feet are on the ground, and you're driving your heels into the ground with your hips coming up. And it's a great hip, hamstring, glute exercise. There's a lot of variations too that you can make it a little bit more challenging and make it a little bit easier. So you can really start where you're at. And next, I'll choose the side plank, which is an interesting one for runners. But I think working in multiple planes of motion is more important for distance runners because, our sport is pretty much one plane of motion, and we've got to work in all three planes of motion. And so a side plank is really great because it has you working in that sort of side to side frontal plane that we typically don't get too much experience with when we're just running. And it also is really great for strengthening your hip. So I love those four exercises, a little bit different for each one, but you can certainly build out a pretty good program with a pretty limited number of exercises.